We have to stop calling each other names. We have to stop assuming we're right. This is a mysterious time for the whole species, and nobody's sure of what to do next. The younger generations are not dumb. In fact, we grew up with more diversity, more science, and more knowledge than any past generation. The knowledge from previous generations has been sifted, condensed, and spoon-fed to us. We're starting to get it. We grew up with a live connection to more cultures, more religions, and more ideas than any generation in human history. Be careful when you call us dumb. This free market capitalistic system has been great, but it's brand new. It hasn't had time to show you its underbelly, but it's starting to roll over. Monopoly is great in the beginning when we're all buying and selling and paying each other and having fun, but how does it end? One player wins. Corporations are like galaxies. They don't get smaller. They simply merge and acquire each other, growing larger and larger. Aside from corporate greed ruining our environments across the planet, packing foods with preservatives and sugar, drug dealing our pharmaceuticals, profiting off jail, controlling our media, sitting on patents not sharing science, drastically stunting technological growth, imbalancing wealth, planning the obsolescence of our products, merging and acquiring to reduce competition, agreeing to lock prices, making competition irrelevant, stimulating war for profit, and ultimately buying and controlling our government. There's actually a bigger problem. We don't talk about this much. Human productivity, or our ability to produce goods and services, is exponentially increasing. One invention leads to more invention, each innovation to 10 more innovations. It's a chain reaction, an avalanche. No one person is responsible for this, and no one can stop it. Eventually, our productivity will soar through the clouds and on to infinity. As we automate, mechanize, and advance both hardware and software, our productivity will see no limits. It's inevitable. But that's great news. There's no problem there. Simultaneously, the demand for human labor will take an opposite shape. As artificially intelligent computer systems evolve and that mechanization is integrated, human labor will become less and less relevant. There's no hiding from this. Again, not a bad thing. Humans have enslaved everything they can get their hands on in an attempt to avoid labor. So if our productivity is exponentially increasing, yet the demand for human labor is decreasing, what's the plan? How does raw capitalism, dog-eat-dog free market system exist in this world? What you'll see is a more accentuated version of what you see now in our wealth gaps. A very extreme version of what you already thought was extreme will exist. And all this infinite productivity will fall into the hands of a small group of infinitely wealthy people who do very little work. The biggest misconception is that people only work for money. Tell that to Einstein, Turing, Tesla, Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa. Tell that to most scientists. Tell that to your mom when she builds you a tree fort, or your dad when he makes you that awesome breakfast on Sunday. Tell that to the dog owner who trains his pup and picks up dog shit every day. Tell that to the lover trying to earn their other. Tell that to the activist trying to change the world. People are lazy because of how they're raised and nothing more. The question isn't whether to operate as a team or incentivize ourselves with greed. It's how much of each do we incorporate. We're a pack animal, and we care. This is a giant team effort, and the sooner we realize that, the sooner we cross the finish line. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be creating a follow-up video based on the highest rated counter argument. Subscribe to the channel to keep up.